Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, after that little detour, I'm just going to scoodle-doodle-doodle over here and grab this deck of cards, the mystical manga cards. I do apologise that I haven't read on what's happening in Minnesota. A lot of readers are covering that, and what is happening is very obvious to our eyes. I don't feel like I need to actually read on it. A lot have been covering it. What happens with my guides is literally I'll just be cruising through social media or world news of the day or reading emails from you guys. And my guides will grab me by the scruff of the neck and literally put my eyeballs up on the screen and say, you need to have a look at this. And I can't, if you know what my guides are like, I can't deny them. So entertainment only, and what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, as I pulled the deck out, and that one's on the bottom. Didn't know it was on the bottom when I pulled it out. I want to have a look at this private plane that went down in Maine. There were 6 on board, 2 flight crew and 4 passengers. Now, yes, the weather conditions were quite horrific. I have fortunately not been involved in, but I have flown in the high country of New Zealand in a little Cessna. We got out at a particular high country destination in winter. At the next destination, when they came into land, the Cessna flipped over. So, because the runway was not compact enough and its wheels dug in. So in challenging weather conditions, yes, it is very easy for aircraft disasters and motor vehicle disasters to occur. So challenging weather conditions. But my guides, though, as I said, they'll grab me by the scruff of the neck and said, take notice of this one. So I'm taking notice. It was and those in the industry, they call it death by destination. So pretty much determined to get to a destination regardless of the risks. So therefore an accident happens, etc. And I think it was it Kobe Bryant that basically demanded that his helicopter pilot fly him, and that ended up in the very thick fog, ended in a catastrophe as well. But my guides are saying there's more to this, so I'm going to have a look. Now, what I'm really drawn to, if you cast your mind back, or was it the 80s or 90s? I can't remember. Where there were 2 casino executives, but 4 passengers on a flight that the Orange Twerp claims that he was supposed to be on, but chose not to at the last minute. They were heading to testify against the Orange Twerp in a court case in regards to, I believe it was a casino in Arizona or something along those lines. I haven't got the exact detail because I'm going off the top of my head. But there was, so there was a couple of casino executives that, their plane went down and all on board perished. Ivana tripped down the stairs, apparently that's the stairs that she never used, 2 days or the day before her non-disclosure agreement was set to expire. Yeah, I'm down a rabbit hole, but something here is really grabbing my attention. Now, the people on board, it appears fairly innocuous, let me put it that way. They were, 2 haven't been identified at the time of filming this, 2 have. One was Tara Arnold, who was a lawyer in her own right and wife of the co-founder of a personal injury firm called Arnold and Itkins, based in Houston. This happened in May. The plane itself was owned by registered to a company that apparently occupied the same address as Arnold and Itkins, the private plane. And so there was Tara Arnold, the wife of the founder, and Shauna Collins, an event planner for the firm as well. I'm not quite sure why a legal firm requires an event planner, but anyhow, there's something that is grabbing my, oh gosh, something that is grabbing my attention. There was somebody or two somebodies on that plane that needed to be removed, is what I'm getting. Oh boy. So I'm busting to find out who the other two names are once they are identified. So what do we need to know about this plane crash? Was there somebody on board that needed to be, somebody was going to be a whistleblower? Page of Swords. There was somebody who had some information that they were prepared to bring forward. Entertainment only, rabbit holing big time today. Somewhere in there. If you're wondering who the artist is, it's Valerie Maud, M-A-U-D-E. I have a few of her works. Lovely, lovely person. And very talented artist. Okay. Tell me about someone on board this plane crash. What they had volatile information that they were considering. Two of Wands, Knight of Wands. They were tossing up whether to bring forward some really fiery, volatile information. Right, you want that one? Okay, let's have a look. We need to know about. Come on down. This one jumped out. Right. It was a plan that was brought to fruition that eliminated. There's no ship on this sea. There's no ship going out. There's no ship coming in. There was a plan. Somebody standing on the headlands, bringing a plan to fruition. I'd be interested to know if there was supposed to be somebody else on that plane that didn't go. But it's almost like someone watched it happen that brought this plan to fruition. Now, I am really drawn to that in the background. Almost looks like, I mean, it's rolling clouds, a storm coming in, but it also looks like smoke. Okay, now this showed itself to me while I was shuffling. Yes, Body Dog's there for a cuddle. Hey, mate, how you going? That's why he's called Spot, because of his spot. Okay, something to do, this is my military card. But it can also be bringing something forward that was in a chaotic, potentially chaotic manner, but moving something forward. Okay, let's see where this goes. Queen of Cups, challenged by the Queen of Cups. There was something that is not yet revealed. Someone's trying to keep a lid on something that somebody was prepared to reveal. Possibly one of the women. I don't know if there were, I know two of them were women. I don't know if there was any out of the four. The energy stewing in the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, oligarch, protecting oligarchical money. Yeah, this is really radaring me off. Page of Cups. In the past, something that was going to be brought forward that was stinky. It's almost like the Page of Cups, something that was going to be brought forward that was stinky. This happened to protect some moneyed person. And the information that was going to be brought out was going to be massive and set the world on fire. Ace of Wands. It may still come out, but there was big information. This is the here and now. The immediate future. Defending off any inquiry, taking the higher ground and defending. It's almost like, look at this figure here. He's got his eyes rolled up into his head. It's almost like going through the motions. As the questions are asked, and it's fending off the questions that are asked and raised. Externally, some sort of agreement that was made. Internally, you've got the King of Wands. The male energy now has control of this Ace of Wands. It was to do with money laundering potentially, and therefore there had to be loss. The outcome, loss. Nine of Wands. The guardrails in place and defending. And then the Sun. I think it's still going to come out. Whatever it is, it's still going to come out. And you've got, this is my money laundering card here, the fear. But you've got loss, defending I think this is defending the FAA investigation, which is going to be incredibly revealing. And the Moon card, Sun and Moon, and it's going to reveal something really swampy. That is that, and then the Tower. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow. You've got my military card, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Lovers, you've got the Hanged Man, and you've got the Sword of Truth. You've then got the Five of Wands, the infighting, the Cast Out, and the Empress. And the ending of this, something to do with the oligarchy money, and then a new beginning, investigation and strength and temperance, and Ace of Pentacles, big money information to do with the past and manipulation. These cards just keep giving. There is somebody that was on that flight that knew information that would be devastating, was planning on revealing. This is what I'm getting. And I noticed that 1333 as I said that. Man. Which I think it's something on the back foot trying to defend, but packing up the truth and moving forward. I don't think they're going to stop it. I think this information is still going to come out. And okay, that was a jumper. I'm wondering, the FAA, it's called the FAA investigation. Tell me about the FAA investigation into this. I think they're going to find it wasn't an accident. Right. Looking into it. It's reaping what you sow, inability to harvest, potentially. It's almost like they're going to, let's see, challenged by the Wheel of Fortune. Karma catching up and biting on the bum. The so-called happy families that they're stewing in. There was dark money behind the scenes in the past, crowning the threat in the devil. Devil's got his mitts all over it. It may have been the wife, Tara Arnold. Information, big information about money. Queen of Coins. There was a female on board that was going to bring it. And the Page of Wands. New information brought forward. Magician, manipulation, on the back foot defending. The Star. And then a legal crossroads here. A decision needs to be made about how to go forward, but the Knight of Wands just cover up, cover up, cover up. The Star. This is telling, okay, not naming names, but somebody who may be considered a star of the firm may be involved in attempting to cover things up because the information, there are decisions that need to be made on the back foot defensive with what comes out, because this is documentation coming forward, because whatever the information is, it is inflammatory and they're going to try and smoke and mirrors confusion it. But it's going to be too much and the information is going to come out anyhow. Away, Fool, walking away, the Fool. There's money trails, information about money trails and stealing. That is going to be seen. Steal money. Okay. Might just stop there because somebody is trying to cover up something. I'm coming out. Entertainment only. Just throw out a few cards. Read what the cards say. Mentioning no names. Is there anything else we need to know about this, guys? Is there anything else we need to know about this? King of Wands, King of Coins, Two of Wands again. Both the Kings again. Trying to come up with a plan. Get volatile information. Oh, 3 Kings. And the Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Wands was going to bring information about money changing hands, actions and legal action. I'm just going to end it there before I get in deep water. Read between the lines. Watch this space. I don't think the FAA, watch them try to prevent the FAA report being released, is my word on that. Okay. Catch you shortly.